Alright guys, Ian Anderson from Central Coast Disc Golf. We have one of my favorite tournaments of the entire year. We're kicking this thing off. We've got the 2016 Rocky Mountain Championships, and we are incredibly lucky to be joined by the tournament director, Ron Panesi. Say what's up to people, Ron.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Great to be here.
Yeah, super glad to have you out there. And you live in the cabin during the summer? Is that how it works out there on the course?
Yeah, I live in the house in the summertime and have the honor of being laid right at the base of the lower course and get to spend all my free time on this wonderful piece of property. It's pretty amazing.
Dude, one of the best mornings I've ever woken up was waking up at your house looking out the balcony. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you kind of have to, once you get there, you're like, oh, I get it now. That's it.
Exactly, man. Cool. You want to give a quick thank to any big sponsors?
Yeah, definitely. Subaru of Bozeman, Gallatin Valley Subaru here in Bozeman over on the frontage road. They are our title sponsor. And then we've also got Mystery Ranch is one of our sponsors. Team Lumberjack as well is super huge, as is Inc. Realty out of Missoula. And then there is just myriad of individual players that are sub-sponsors that cannot be thanked enough.
Cool, man. Well, enough of that. Let's watch some disc golf.
I'm so ready.
What's up, buddy?
All right, okay. There's the coolest dog in the world, Jocko, right there.
Yeah, man, the resident dog.
Yep, and there is Ron walking towards the house right there, and here is the view off your balcony, man. Unbelievable.
Oh man, it is so special. It is so big. It's just hard to get advantage of it from the camera. But yeah, this opening shot right here is looking pretty sweet.
Yeah, Andre's giving us a pretty good idea of how beautiful this place is with the drone footage.
Right, yeah, and this spin around he's about to do right here that swings across and looks square at the Bridger Ski area. There it is, right there.
Yep.
Just huge, and we're just sitting right at the foot of it all the time.
Yeah, I think he took off from the upper meadow right there.
Precisely, right in the middle of the upper course.
Here's one of my favorite holes, hole 17. I love this one.
Yeah, for sure. And then this sculpture that we got just really sealed the deal for our logo for this year.
Isn't that cool, man?
Yeah, because of the resident great gray owls that live on the property, it's pretty special.
Oh, man, I didn't see one this year, but I saw one last year. Unbelievably beautiful animal.
Yeah, I didn't see them there this year at all. Last year they were all over the place, but they're out there. They're really quiet.
Yep. So we got a cool card today. We got Joe, Christian, Peter, and Ben. And we're starting off on hole 1. What's the game plan here? Any danger?
Yeah, hole number 1 is a really straightforward shot, is a really representative of what Bohart's all about, which is making you deliver on very specific shots.
Mm-hmm.
Hole 1's just a straightaway hyzer shot. Everything left of the road is inbounds on the road, or right is out of bounds. If you do not land safely inbounds, you have to go to a drop zone from about 70 feet.
Okay.
And, throw in a penalty stroke from there.
Just got
Sure.
the hydration, my hydration.
And this cracked me up. So Christian Dietrich, sponsored by Pound. He
He
brought 2 pound bags, Ron.
With Ryan.
Well, now they have a bag for that.
They do. That's my buddy Ryan Sigler right there. You know Siggy.
Oh, Stigler's the man. He's up and coming. He's gonna be hot snot later on.
Yep. Freak show lefty though. I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
freak show lefty. Yeah, but he's super classy at a young age. Very, very classy.
Is he, man? He's just a great dude. I always love hanging out with him.
Exactly.
Put him up there. All right, so here is Christian Dietrich. He usually throws a rock 3 off the tee here.
Yeah, he used to throw a little bit bigger spike, so it bit on the green here.
Uh-huh.
But he throws a little more straight on this particular shot, looking for a little bit of a skip on it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually if you come in a little too hot with the driver, sometimes if you land around the base, large skips are noted. Although, if my memory serves on this video, Joe lands at a spike just enough to bite, as does Peter. Yeah, he doesn't move too much on the green there.
Yep. Don't be giving away the shots, Ron. Come on.
Oh, man, okay, cool. And if you happen to, there's an orange basket in the background, which is the long pin for the final 9, just so people know we are throwing at the yellow basket.
Yes, thank you. Here's my boy from the Central Coast of California, Peter McBride, and that's a pretty good drive, Ron.
Yeah, that's pretty much parts.
Yep.
That's pretty much chalkboard right there.
And there's the logo for the tournament, which Ben Squires is wearing.
Yeah, that was nice of him to rock for us.
Yeah.
You can see some of the flags right there, maintaining the OB line on the right side.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good drive though. Giving himself a little putt for 2.
Yep.
What was it?
And he got on this card based on his win at the Zootown Open, which is the other A tier in Montana each year.
Oh, nice. Well, he's taking a 2. Joe's gonna make that putt right there.
Yep. Christian,
probably the best putter in Montana.
Man, if there's a hyzer putter out there to emulate, he's the one.
Right? God, it's incredible.
It's funny because I practiced his style for a long time, and every time I did, it just cut through like a champ. So he has some some magic English on it that he is not letting anybody know about.
I don't know how he makes those stick so well, but they do, man.
They do. He's pure.
They go in a lot. Little nice to start off with a star frame there on hole number 1.
Yeah.
We're going on to a harder hole in hole 2, Ron.
Yeah, hole 2 is the reflexive idea of number 1. You start up with a backhand hyzer, and you get a sidearm hyzer to follow.
Yep.
It's nice. It's very straightforward, and I love it because it really demands a sidearm. I see backhanders really doing everything they can to do to try to flip over and get in there. But these trees on the front right are exactly the right spot. And then this height right there, if you miss that, then you fly by left. That's as good of a backhand drive as you can get, which, of course, Christian has got that dial.
Yep, that's one of the best I've seen. It looks like Joe is throwing a rock as well.
Yep, I mean, that's as good as they can come. Of course, these guys are elite. So here's the traditional line, though.
Yeah, absolutely. The best player in Colorado, maybe him or Eagle, and the best player in Montana right there. So no slouches at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Peter throwing the forehand, hanging a little bit wide. I'll have a long look at it.
Right, and one thing, a lot of things that happen on this course are based on double fall lines. They're very subtle on this property.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that it's a little bit uphill, but it's also right to left.
Yep.
So bounces are kind of odd, and lines are a bit tricky. You have to really, once you get around it a few times, you realize that the double fall lines are playing everywhere.
Definitely. Ben is going to be taking a par. Here's Peter pitching out with a forehand.
And hitting the basket, looks like.
Yeah, he did. Good look right there. Here's Joe for the 2. Good putt.
Yeah.
And Christian to keep pace with Joe.
Yeah, that's hot stuff. Birdieing both of those means you're on the pace right there.
Yeah, 2 is a tough get. It really is.
Yep.
I think I've only gotten it once. I needed a huge putt. We're on to a hole 3, 338, but it plays about 750 feet, something like that, Ron.
It certainly feels like it. I think it's up 78 vertical feet, and Christian last year deuced it. And people say, "Oh, I saw him deuce it." The fact is, it just does not got that often.
Not at all. It's a beast uphill.
When he did it, and in his line from last year, he throws almost the exact same line right here.
Mm-hmm.
He almost gets it. And there's a little too much flip, and he brings it to the right. But it was that same shot he threw last year with the hyzer finish. But he's still pin high, which is just a crush.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Let's see what Joe's going to do. Looks like he's going to take a little flex line here.
Yep, and maybe get inside that. Yep. Yeah, there it is right there. That's as good. That's chalkboard again.
Yeah, never seen anything. I think that's closer than Christian got last year.
Yeah, and the direct line is the better line.
Mm-hmm. Peter McBride. Getting it up there.
Yeah, maybe a little jump from there.
Yeah. Late tree. Would have been closer.
Yeah.
See if Ben can keep up with these 3 throws. They're pretty good so far. And cutting through. And
yeah, that's still a good place. Easy sidearm skip up into the zone.
that's about where I land if I don't hit a tree.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Good pitch up from Ben right there. Should be able to salvage a par. And Peter might be giving this a run. It's a scary run, though. You could really roll down this hill quite a lot.
Yeah, there's kind of a rule in this hole that if you're not going to actually hit the putt, don't hit anything.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Because you're going to hit the face mask and drop down, or hit whatever. And then Christian just drains it again.
3 for
from
3
the right
Ron.
side. Yeah, that's legit. That's like seriously 1,000+ rated golf right there.
Oh, yeah, easy. And Joe is just about to keep pace here if he can hit it. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I didn't even know this happened. I have not actually seen the first round. So
wow.
I did not know they went 3 birdies each.
Yeah.
That's going toe to toe right there.
I was like, wow, we're about to watch something pretty crazy. So
Yeah, right. It's about to go nuts.
yeah, we'll see if they can keep it up, man. It's not easy to keep up at Bohart, man.
Yeah, it's sneaky.
Yeah, it's hard and it challenges every single shot in your bag all day long. Really cool.
Absolutely.
Here's another shot they haven't thrown yet. They're about to try to. Dead straight with usually a putter on, right?
Yeah, for the most part. There was a tree that Joe and I took down this year that was off the tee pad about 50 feet that was a little left to center that really hiccuped the backhand hyzer flip shot. And, this hole is so elusive. It still only gets birdied by 30% of the pro field, even though it's the second shortest hole on the entire lower.
It's a really intimidating shot. You're basically throwing on a ridge. It drops off left and right so quickly.
Right, and you see he just pretty much parked it, and he's got a 25-footer from below, which, at that caliber they're capable of that, but still, it's very difficult.
Sure is.
Nothing's guaranteed, and if there's any up and down wind on this little knob that we're on, all bets are off on the putting green.
Peter kicking down the hill a little bit too. He'll also have a putt, but a scary one. And Ben going forehand.
Which a year ago, when that tree was still there, it really was demanding of a forehand shot, but now it's really has totally flipped into a backhand shot because the left side's open to get action to it.
Mm-hmm. Pitches out.
Bad roll.
Yeah, that's that ridge coming into play right there.
Yep.
Here is Christian for his 2.
And almost getting it.
Yeah, that was pretty gross. Here is Peter from about 55, 60.
Wow.
My boy Peter, man.
He's sneaky, that Cali boy.
Oh, man, I love that kid, dude. He's so cool.
No, man, he is sweet.
He's a great dude. Here is Ben. They're trying to save a par after that little trickle, no love.
And this year we saw a lot of work down there. He would have had a no shot last year.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, great putt.
Sure was, right?
Yeah, this year we saw about 250 hours of front loader and chainsaw work. Uh-oh, sit down.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah. Wow, that is serious.
Oh, my God. Hit something. So, Joe was nonplussed after that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, he's going to be taking a 4. Went from a... Ooh, almost popped back out.
Yeah, post hit.
I went from a 2 to a 4 in a hurry right there.
Yeah, that's rough. After, the shortest hole of 4 in a row.
Right?
And you went birdie, bogey. That's tough.
Yeah, it is. So that's taking Joe down to 2 down, and Christian is holding at 3. And we're on to hole 5. Really cool. It's downhill. It's straight. It looks like a backhand hole, Ron, but I swear it's a forehand hole.
Oh man, very few people actually put that thought with an action. It is definitely a forehand hole.
Okay, I'm glad you agree.
Yeah, the fall line right to left, and the fact that we actually left trees down behind left on purpose, left branches down low to penalize the backhanders who would just throw a backhand.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like this is about to do. He's got it nice and straight, but setting it up so the fall line, we're letting people fall down that way.
Yep.
Letting people kind of fall towards the nature of it. The sidearm dives right into that and negates that issue.
Exactly. You're gonna see Alex Russell plays this perfectly during the final 9 with a forehand.
I remember that, and Rovere hits the bomb thumber. If you have a bomb thumber, that is also an option, though I've only seen it once.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's Ben with the forehand. He agrees with me.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit more flex on it, and he would have been right underneath it. And skip ace available on that, too.
Oh, yeah, huh? Joe's turned over a little bit too much there.
Yeah, and it's funny because... Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, there's no man, no. That's just a sign pointing to the ST.
Right, yeah, exactly. Just to keep people flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this green's really fast. Even when you come up on it, it moves downhill pretty fast.
Sure does. It was Ben just laying up for par. There's Christian for 2.
Back to business.
Oh, my God. Christian Dietrich, man.
No, he's lethal.
He is so good.
I wish he would go out and just play.
Right?
And go like win worlds, among other things.
Yep. He's playing as much as the touring pros. I think he could do it. Peter made a nice putt for a 2, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is Joe.
Yeah, like I said, once you fall down that line, that's a hard putt coming back, so that's legit.
Yeah, it was uphill and, edge of the circle type deal. That was pars from Ben and Joe. And that's going to take us to hole 6. Kind of a fun hole. Can you see I don't think you can see the basket, can you?
You can this year. We moved it just a few feet because there was 2 trees that were taken down by the owner because of a new cat that was going to be using to groom snow. So he opened up this line. So we put the basket about 12 feet back and right, which maintained it as more of a sidearm favorable hole. Sure. And it gives you a look at it, too. It kind of ended up serving 2 purposes out of a bad situation.
Cool. Yes, you really kind of want to, nestle it over this hill and have it finish right, hopefully. For a backhand, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, you're just really looking for something straight with something that fades, and then you have a putt at it. See, now where Christian's going, this is become highly debatable. See how he just threw directly in the middle of all that and went through?
Wow.
That is something that a couple of players locally are like, we have got to fix this hole because backhanders are just throwing right and rolling craps and getting straight.
Yeah.
Now that's how you throw the shot right there.
Wow.
What
Well
Ben just
done.
did, that is the preferred shot.
Nice shot, Ben. Joe, also taking the backhand line. Might have turned it over a little too much, though.
But basically he hit relatively the same line as Christian.
He
but
did.
He still has a look though.
But he's not from Montana, so he didn't get that Montana love.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Plus, Christian has a serious relationship and defensive posture about Bohart. He
does,
definitely
doesn't
likes
he?
this place. He really likes to defend this territory.
Yeah.
And I played this property more than anybody else has ever played it. And I pretty much have reign over it. But Christian comes in and is like, well, this is how it really works. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, Christian. Yeah, you're right. I got you. Fair enough, man.
It's his course until you beat him, Ron.
It's true.
Yep.
And I keep wasting side bets, $10 a piece on them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dead money every time. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care who you are. Don't bet Christian and Bohart, man.
Exactly.
All right, we're on to hole 7. I really like the shape of this one, Ron. It's uphill, kind of a flex shot with a backhand kind of deal.
Yeah, that's what makes it so cool is on first inspection, it looks like a sidearm into a nice, safe approach shot.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out it's a hyzer to a flip that actually flexes back out.
Yep.
So it's really touchy, and if there's any up and down wind here, it definitely affects that hyzer flip. That is pretty much what you're looking for right there, though.
Yeah. It's so easy to catch the trees on the right if you go in too early or on the left if you don't go in early enough.
Yeah, exactly. And also, after you get around this corner, there is, if you're still flipping a little bit to the right, there are some late trees that are there to tickle you that you can't see.
Yep.
So oftentimes you'll think, I peered that, and then you'll look and be like, oh, I'm 60 feet from it.
Christian did peer it, though.
Christian did peer it, let there be no doubt.
That was gross. And there's those trees you're talking about with Ben turning it over just a little too much there.
All right, so here's a rule. If you can throw a thumber on this, you have a cannon. That is just a rule.
Yeah.
It is so far uphill. He must have tickled something because that was just a huge move on a disc right there.
Yeah, I think maybe just a little bit too high, but that was still pretty huge.
And frankly, he hits band on that, which is great, but that also could lead to rollers on this hole really bad.
Oh, easily, yeah. Oh, I thought that was going to go in for Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Christian, who went a little bit long, a little bit left.
Yeah, what a terrible problem to have.
Right? I wish I could go long left on this hole. That is a pump. And
Yeah.
Peter even closer, Ron.
Yeah, it's funny because I thought he got a little further right, but still just all great shots.
Yeah, those were pretty amazing. Joe cleans up the par. Ben will do the same. And now we're going to move on to the only par 4 on the lower course, Ron. Hole 8.
Yep, pretty sneaky par 4. It definitely has the nature of looking like a par 3.5.
Yeah.
But when you play out the numbers, any action left or right, Bohart's motto of a first, second, and third cut, rough, or,
Mm-hmm.
in the fairways, rough, and then really rough if you get 30 feet off. So once you get, 15 feet off the side is okay, but if you hit anything, there's problems. If not, it's a very straightforward hole. Christian twoed it last year. It's the only time it's been twoed in a tournament ever.
Yeah, it's got a really narrow entrance to the green, which is pretty tough
And what
to hit.
what Peter just did is about right. You want to aim at that tree that's right in the center and miss it. Hyzer.
Yeah.
That's like the simplest rule. And landing flatter is better because when you're landing a little more angled, you get more of a flare out to the left-hand side, which gives you a little less opportunity.
Ooh, that is not a good
And
Christian, very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one off, went in a little early. It's going to be a tough second shot from there.
There it is again. Throw at that tree and miss it. Now see the steeper angle.
Ooh, that,
He's going to end up, finishing on a left-hand horseshoe bend.
Mhm.
That's going to pinch him off. It actually sets up great for a Anheuser flip shot with a sidearm.
Yeah, I can see that. And
There's that low angle now, or that's what we're talking. Low angle doesn't skip so far left.
Yep. And Christian's drive was about, 15 feet left and forward of that last year.
Yeah, in the only hole that's over there.
Yeah, exactly.
What a roller.
Yeah, pretty crafty.
Yeah, and right into the mouth, too. That's pretty much perfect.
Mhm. Still has a pretty good putt from there, though.
Yeah, I'd probably say just outside the circle, maybe.
And look at this, Ron.
Oh, man.
That was just dirty.
That's unfair. That's just not necessary.
And I felt bad for Ben on that one. Super nice guy, by the way.
Yeah, he's sweet.
Yep. So here is Peter's second shot, trying to get through this little gap to approach the green, and
looking like, ooh.
Did it pretty well.
And you can't quite see it from this angle, but there is just an exceptional view on this green of Bridger Ski area. It is just right smack in your face on this hole.
And Ben, after getting unlucky, that was just a bad shot.
Yeah, just saw it off left.
Yep. Christian for the birdie, gonna be taking a par. Here is Joe for his birdie with a little forehand. Yeah, par. And here is Ben. Was it 1, 2, 3? Gonna be for par.
I think so.
Yeah.
Ooh, another tickle.
Yeah.
All right, get him off this hole.
Yeah. Unfortunate 5 for Ben, but he'll come back. He's got a great mental game.
Well, it's funny because people walk around this course and they're like, "Oh, birdie everywhere. Everything's birdieable." And the fact is, if you are not just really clean, it's just not as simple as it would seem. Every time I walk here, I'm like, "I'm going to shoot a 43," and then I'm like, "How did I shoot a 53? What happened?" It's like, "Oh, Bohart happened."
Yep, it will, man. It's a pretty cool course. All right, we're on to hole 9, 255. What are we doing here, Ron?
Oh my God, what a sensitive shot. Just straight downhill, 35 vertical feet down. We did some limbing of things underneath and around the basket of some of the guardian trees. But, when people ask for the limbing, they also get the flybys. So it's a very curious dilemma to when people say, "Hey, make it more fair," you're like, "Okay, next year when you fly by, don't come to us."
Yeah, backstop is gone.
Yeah, and it's on the Open Division last year, this played as a 2.9, so it really does not get birdied as much as everybody thinks it's getting birdied.
No, it's just super touchy, like the margin for error is very small.
I've thrown a 5 on this hole with the same putter all 5 times I've thrown.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's super touchy. If there's any up and down wind, and you get this, there's a no putt from there unless you get super snazzy with the sidearm.
You see 3 world-class players and nobody's even close.
Yeah, and it's so funny because the rule for me is if I can just make it land, hit the ground 20 feet before, that's perfect. But right before I release it, I think, "Oh wait, I can ace this," and then I get suckered into it.
So here is Christian for the 2, and like you said, he really had nothing from over there at all. I believe this is Peter coming back towards the basket up the hill. See if we can sneak that in there.
And it stayed up though. That's good. It doesn't really show how steep this is right here.
Oh yeah, it's quick. Joe makes a nice 2.
Yep.
And Ben looking to do the same.
No problem there.
Good birdies. Peter's gonna clear this par along with Christian.
So that's lead card only hit 50%.
Yeah, exactly, man. Gotta love it. All right, guys. Well, that is all we got for part 1. We will catch you in part 2. The exciting finish of round 1. Ron, thanks for joining me, man. Tons of fun.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're killing it out there, man. Love it. All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Later.